What's up, everybody? Walt Key coming to you live from a dining room table just for a few minutes here. Wanted to hop online and break out the chart for you on Cardano. There's been some great movement in the last 24 hours or so, and I just wanted to highlight that for you and let you know where I think this is going to move further. If you remember this weekend, I did a video and I talked specifically about the long-term consolidation pattern that Cardano had been stuck in for really about since the late March. And if you look at the chart, this is trading view that I have pulled up for you. The red line here is about $1.16. This light green line is about $1.24. And I mentioned on the Saturday's video that this consolidation pattern, we've kind of been trading, bouncing around in it for several days. This is where we first started to see a little bit of extra movement through the pattern, but even then we never bumped out of the 124 mark to the 116 mark, and that goes back all the way to late March. A little bit of a spike here in early April, but it didn't sustain. And now, just in the last 24 hours, if you look right here, this is a few hours shot, a few hours more, 24 hours now. Great volume, and we broke solid above that $1.24 previous resistance level that we had been trading in, which is great news. We're trading at about $1.29 as of right now, and we've been as high as almost $1.35 today, which is phenomenal. So what we've seen in the past 24 hours is a very distinct break to the upside from that consolidation panel. If you were watching my video from Saturday, I said one of two things would happen. We would either break to the upside and see new highs soon, or we might break to the downside and have to consolidate just below the 116 mark at the previous resistance support line. Now we've essentially established a new support line at about the 127 mark. So if you think about that, just over a day ago, we were trading roughly 120 to 122 for the day. We've now seen about 127 as our low. Now, a nickel doesn't sound like much when you talk about $1.22 up to $1.25. I'm sorry, $1.27. But that 5 cent increase is a pretty substantial chunk of movement. And we've formed that new support line at the 127, which gives us a new base for which to drive into the new highs, which is phenomenal. It's great. And we're seeing really good volume as this price moves, which is also a great indication of the price action. What I would expect to see if this trend continues is probably by the end of this month, we'll probably be seeing Cardano prices in somewhere in the $1.50 range to potentially as high as pushing into the $2 range, which would be a substantial increase from where we're sitting right now. So if you bought while in that consolidation pattern, like I talked about, you're in a great position to make some money. If you haven't yet, keep a close eye on the charts, and if you see us bounce to about that $1.27 mark, that's a great entry point right now as we continue to move higher. You can see the latest 30-minute wick just popped, and we're trading almost $1.30 already. So if you don't know what I'm showing you here, if you're not familiar with a candlestick chart, these wicks, each of these colored lines are a 30-minute interval of price action. Candlestick chart is a great way, once you learn it, to really break out trends in the movement. You can take this from a minute at a time all the way up to days, weeks, months at a time. And it just depends on the scale that you're trying to look at and the specific price action time frame you're trying to break down. So if you don't know how to do this, I'm happy to do a tutorial on how to break out a candlestick chart. This is kind of fundamentals of breaking out the analysis, whether it's stocks or crypto, and really understanding price movement, how that volume works with the price movement. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about this specific price movement we're seeing with Cardano. Is it going to hold? Is it going to break back down? Where do you see Cardano's price in the next month? If there's other cryptos that you're interested in that you would like me to look at and break out the chart for you, drop me a comment and let me know. Happy to do a video on whatever coin you're most interested in. And then I'd love to teach how to read the chart. You know, it's great to hop on YouTube and hear a guy tell you what the chart says. It's even better to learn it for yourself so that day to day you can look at the chart for whatever asset you're potentially investing in and understand what it's doing for yourself. And so if you have questions about what a candlestick chart does for you, how to analyze it, again, drop a comment, let me know. Happy to do a video that specifically teaches the basics of a candlestick chart so that you can understand that. Otherwise, this is great movement we're seeing in Cardano. I expect it to go even higher. So if you're not in yet, look for that low 130, maybe high 120 entry point before we start moving to even newer highs. If you got in at the consolidation channel, good on you, smart move. You're in a great position. Go out there, have a great Monday, make some money.